Mitel, Unified Communications, very, very established company in the on-prem space, is expanding its business, is growing, and probably the biggest thing from its analyst day, where we had the chance to hear from the company's CEO, top executives, was that this company is identifying the fact that the shift from on-prem to cloud is big, and going to subscription to be able to compete more fiercely with the likes of 8x8, RingCentral is going to be a big part of its DNA going forward. So basically across all the company's flagship platforms, it's going to go subscription based. Think of this as the everything as a service announcement that we got from Antonio Neri a few years ago from HPE. This is Mitel's version. This is what happened at this year's Analyst Day. Of course, there was lots of specifics, go-to-markets, verticals, strategies, but in the end, trying to take an event like this and summarize it in just a few minutes, it needed to make this pivot. It's not to say there isn't a ton of value. It's a lot like, I liken it a lot to contact center, the value of the legacy Genesys and Cisco contact center solutions, but moving to the cloud contact center in the same thing here in UC. People want their communication systems to be up in the cloud, highly scalable, easy to set up, add, delete, subtract, change features, do it all in the cloud and completely on a consumption basis. Mitel is moving in that direction. I've been saying they're going to for some time. They've been kind of flirting with it. Well, that was the coming out moment. We now know this is what's going to happen. And I do believe it will be a growth vehicle for the company, which will A, be looking to pivot legacy customers, and B, start to win and compete with deals that they couldn't offer an alternative to, which should be good for the company's long-term prospect.
Yeah, so 13 years ago, the public cloud was created at AWS S3. And this would be very similar to if, 8 years ago, HPE, Dell, and Cisco did a deal with AWS that said every time I send you a customer to your public cloud, I make money, and I can make money on my private cloud, and I'm not 10 years behind you in terms of this. So this is getting ahead of the curve. So I like that as a strategy. I don't think they had a choice. I don't think the board at Mitel was willing to make the huge investments it would take to have to compete with the cloud only plays. I like the way they laid out the customer transition. If you wanted to do RingCentral as UCaaS between customers, and we'll have to see. I'm interested to see how Mitel builds out their private clouds services for the future. I'm really glad they're making money though at every customer they send to RingCentral.